How's it going, guys? Alonians? My name is Maskcast, and welcome to another unboxing. In today's video, we'll be unboxing the Canon Legria HF R806. Now, I'm recording this intro after, so I'm recording on the camera right now because I forgot to record one. But no matter what, I really hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the end. Alright, guys, so here we got the camera. Hopefully you're liking the first-person unboxing experience. We got a Canon Legria manual. We got some warranty. Let's go with the cable stuff first. We got our EU power cable. I'm sorry if the focus will mess up a little bit. We got our battery right here. There we go, battery pack BP727. We got our HDMI cable. Has a little bit of tape on it. It's a full HDMI and a micro, I think it is. Or mini HDMI. It won't focus, but it's a small one that can go into the camera. So if you want to like put it on a viewfinder or something like that, you can. We got our micro USB cable, which is the same as a PS3 controller and USB-A. Last but not least of the cable stuff, we got our power brick. A Canon Compact Power Adapter, a CA110E. Comes with this little port. Last but not least, completely, we got the camcorder itself. Here it is. The camcorder itself. With a flip out screen. This screen is touchscreen, which is really nice. Got the side right here. So it's really dark in here, I'm sorry. 57x advanced zoom Legria HF R806 HD SD XC. Got some information here at the bottom. We have the screw or mount. Got the strap here where you can put your hand in to if you want to record. Stuff like that. We have the record button right here. Got the back part for the battery. I just plug it in. So it has this little latch you hold back, and you can see there's like some grooves. So you take your battery, and there's a little port up here with some pins, and that's also up here. So you just line it up. Maybe it's show it. These grips, line it up, press it up, and let it go. And your battery is now inserted. Now it does give it a little bit of heft. It looks kind of weird with it on, but it's fine. It has a little latch here, which is to open and close. Has the microphones here. So you can see it says HD CMOS and optical image stabilization. We have our like zoom sort of thing. We have our like an axis thing here. I don't know what that means. In the inside, it says on off. It has another button. I don't know what that means. Some stuff in here. Here you open up for your SD card. It takes like full-size SD cards. It has a USB cable right there. It's HDMI out and an AV/audio or like headphone thing, so you can hear what is being recorded, because this one doesn't have a mic input because it's the PAL version. Let's see if you can turn it on, if it got any power. Oh, also before I forget, the port is down here. I can't really show it to you. There you go. It's for where you plug in the wall power. Let's see if it has any power on it. Ooh, I don't think it does. No. Let me just plug it into the wall and I will get it on. Alright guys, I just plugged it into the wall, and as you can see, it has a power charge thing here. Hey guys, so I'm going to show you the heads-up display of the Canon here in a second, but I got my last parts that I needed for my computer. So we're just going to unbox it here for you guys real quick. So here we got one of those like generic, cheapish HDMI video capture cards, which is really cool so I can use my camera for a little bit until I get my SD card. And then I bought myself a longer HDMI cable for it. So let's check out the HDMI cable. So this is the cable. It has a full-size HDMI and a mini HDMI, which is what the Canon camera uses. It is a 1.4 high-speed mini HDMI cable with Ethernet. I don't really know what that means. 3-meter black HDMI male type A. So that's really nice. And then we got the HDMI video capture, because I cannot afford an Elgato right now. So this is what it looks like. Comes in this thing. Sorry, it's very overexposed. We have a little bit of a manual here. So this is it. It is HDMI, a USB. It's made out of plastic. No, not plastic, sorry. Aluminium, I think. Some sort of metal. Made in China, of course. So I'm going to plug this in with the cable into the Canon camera, and we're going to see how good it looks. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So right now, I am on the Canon Legria HF R806 camcorder. Now, you can see all these I'll show you how to fix that in the settings. So let me just get right into it. Alright guys, so right now I have the cam, I have it closed so you guys can only see the settings. I'm on auto right now because I don't really know cameras that well. But as you can see, the heads-up display is still on, and you kind of don't want to get that. So what you're going to do is go into other settings. Now also, one thing I recommend you do is go into zoom position at startup and last use position. That way it will be saved every time. If you have it on full wide, it will be the most zoom back can be, and it will show everything, which doesn't really work for what I'm trying to do. So I recommend putting on last position. Other than that, I haven't really touched anything like here. Just had to do this thing. But what you want to take off is output on-screen display. I'm not going to do it yet because I still want to show you more settings, but take that off and you'll have a clean HDMI. But as you can see, also HDMI thing, output, audio, stuff like that. In here, you also got some language, some time, some date, view assist, and stuff like that. You can also change AV or headphones. So if you have another person recording for you, you can actually put on different things here, which is really cool. You have your volume, notifications, custom control, battery info, stuff like that. You can see how long recording time you have for the batteries. You can display units in meters and grams, that's feet and pounds. Lots of interesting stuff. So now we'll go back into settings, which is the little house. Go into settings. And this should change here in a second when I click here and go off. As you can see now, it's all good. But yeah guys, so now that those are off, now I'll show you more about like this sort of recording setup stuff you can do here. So you have different formats. You have AVC HD and you have MP4. So let's go through it. AVC HD, you can't turn off and mess up video quality. So now here you can see the different qualities. So let's go from 50p recording, highest quality recorded at 50p, dual recording, decoration and cinema look filters are not available. Click here and you can see it's 1080p, 28 megabytes per second at 50p, which is frame rate. So this is a PAL camera, so it's European. Then you have MXP, high quality recording and high quality than standard. Now it's in 50i and 24 megabytes. FX, record in standard quality at full HD, 17 megabytes, 50i. And then long play, recommended for longer recordings, small file size for quick transfers to a computer or smartphone, 5 megabytes and 1440 by 1080 at 50i. So those are the ones for AVC. Let's go to MP4 and you have 35, 24, 17 and 4. So it kind of makes sense. All of them are in 50p, 25p. Okay, so it goes from, so we have 35 megabytes, which is 50p recording, highest quality recording at blah blah blah, the same thing. 35 megabytes, 50p. Then we have 24, which is high quality recording and high quality than standard, but it's 25 fps, 24 megabytes. Go down to 17, 25 fps again at 17, and then we got long play, which is 25p at 4 megabytes. So I would go 35 to get the 50 fps. Those are the different modes. And again, you have shooting modes. You have baby, auto, highlight priority, cinema, scene, and program AE. Main functions: video snapshot, audio scene, so you can use like standard, capture sound vibrance as it spreads, ideal for recording music indoors, clearly record people's voices, clearly record sounds in nature, and reduce noise for wind and cars. So this is good for vlogging if that's what you want to do. Then you got slow and fast motion. Sound is not recorded doing slow or fast motion, so you can like do different stuff like that. I don't know how that was going to work, but then you got other things here, which you can also do down there. But yeah, so that's really cool. I don't know what this does. And you can take screenshots, but I don't have an SD card, so I can't. That is the little cheapish video recorder. It's actually fine, especially for streaming. Again, I mostly won't be using this sort of feature for my computer. Like, I would be using it for streaming. For actual recording, I'm going to record straight to an SD card because I like to have the files separate from everything. So I'll be having audio, gameplay, webcam as 3 different things. That way, the point of failure is less. So let's say if my Audacity, for example, I'm looking at myself. For example, if my Audacity crashes while recording my microphone, I can still use the one from OBS, which is nice. Well, then if my cam dies or I run out of battery or something like that, well, I won't run out of battery because I'm running it straight to the wall, as I probably will mostly because I'm not taking it anywhere. But other than that, yeah. But it's just to minimize point of failure because I don't want my PC to, I don't want recordings to fail. But with this camera right now, I have like full lighting on me from up there, from my windows, until next month when I can buy some more lights. Because at the end of this month, which it's May, I don't know how long there is. At the end of this month, when I get paid, my recording thing would be completely finished. I'll be getting myself a DT990 Pro headset. I'm gonna be getting myself some soft boxes, so just some fairly cheap ones, just so I can have some actual light. And then we're done. That's really it I need. And my PC will be, everything will be done. I will have everything I need. I'll have my camera, I have the good microphone, I'll have a good headset. I'll actually have lighting that I can control without having to worry about if it's really dark. Let me try to take it down so you can see the low light. So this is the camo with no light on. And as I can see on OBS right now, it is very noisy. But for being low light, which means if you're recording games in like the dark, or you want to kind of be kind of horror-ish, this is really nice because it's still decent enough to where you could live with this and be fine. Where with the Logitech C922, which is what I used to use, I used to use this, which is a fine camera, but it's just annoying to be editing with because you can't really do much. As you guys know, I like doing camera zoom-ins. So whenever I have to take a part of my actual video that's like the small corner like box, like for example, if I did this, I'd have to zoom in my camera in editing software, which is really annoying. So with this, it's a lot better, and I can now zoom it, like actually just open it up in editing. So yeah, also the autofocus, if you want to see it, I don't know how good it is, but if I bump that up there, it should start focusing. There it is, and then away. Again, this is dark, so it's really bad, so let me try it with light. Now there's a lot of light in here, but as you can see, it's focused on me. Boom. Come on, there it's focused, and then away. So it's decently fast. It's fast enough to where I'll be like comfortable with it. I'm getting blinded by the light. Sorry. I'm gonna be sitting right here when I record. I do really want the camera to be a little more that way, but I can't really do that. I don't have space in this tripod. I bought a way too big tripod. I didn't realize the smallest point it could be on was 60 centimeters, which is too tall to be able on my desk. So I need to find one that I can potentially put on my desk and have it a little closer to me so I can zoom it further out. Because right now it's really zoomed in, but I'm far away, so I'm not even close to you. I'm like another one of my arms away from you. But it feels like you're like touching me. But I do like it. I'm really happy with the camera. I can finally use a good camera for streaming as well. Hopefully the audio lines up. I don't know. I heard there's sometimes delays and stuff. But no matter what, I really hope this is nice. If you guys want to check out my stream, it's linked in the description below. I got the SD card now. Now this is also a way to test it because this was actually bought for another camera because I was meant to get a Sony, but I canceled it because this was cheaper and it's better. So it's only a small one with an adapter, and this one only takes big ones, like full-sized. So we'll see if this actually works, because I don't know. So let's just unbox it for you, and then I'll try to pop in the camera so we can actually do it like an inbuilt camera test. So let's do it. So here it is. So if you can't really see it that well, I'll zoom in. So here it is, guys. It's the PNY Elite card, 64 gigabytes. So let me open it up. So here we go. So here it is. There you go. And there you go. So now I'm gonna go put it in the camera and see how it works. Alright guys, so here we got the Canon. So it worked. The SD card does work. So you can buy a micro SD XC, whatever, with an adapter, and it will work, which is really nice. Now my arm is completely stretched out, and to be honest, again, it's not very wide. I think it's on the widest setting. We do a little bit of test on this. You can see my graphics card right there. Got some other stuff, and this is all in auto. But you can see this is the widest it gets. Now you can also zoom in. It's a pretty far zoom, but you can still get a decent amount of detail. Now I don't know how good the mic is now that I'm behind it. Over here we got my cat. It's Gizmo. Got my monitor, my TV. But yeah, that's wide out as it goes. So let me know how the audio is. This is recorded in 24 FPS or 25 FPS, so the 24p mode or whatever it's called. The 24 megabits per second, I think it was, or megabytes per second, one of those. Not the 61, because I don't need to do that right now, because I'm editing this video in 30 FPS, so there's no reason to do it higher than that. But yeah, now I'm standing in front of my window. I might go outside and test it out for you guys, I don't know. But right now we're inside. I can see a timer up there that says 165 minutes left of recording and power. I'm running on the battery right now, not on my tripod, which I actually haven't shown you guys, so let me show you. So this is the setup that I'm running. This is a, I don't remember what it's called. I think you can see the brand back here. So hello. Yeah, there. Hammer something. And I think it shows on the leg what it is, which version it is. Right there is the Star 61. I really love the flip screen. It's super cool. So that's the camera test right now. I think it looks pretty good. This is on auto settings. I have not changed anything. It's just straight auto. The focusing seems really good. Like if I put something up here, we'll see how fast the focus actually is. I don't know how fast that was, but it seems pretty good. There's two mics here in the front. I don't really know how good they are, so I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna show you how it looks in like high light on auto. So let's do that. Alright guys, I'm now outside in my garden. And let me know how it looks and sounds. I don't know, there's a little bit of background noise, but not that much. It's kind of quiet. But yeah, let's get up here and look around. Like, look at that. That looks nice, doesn't it? Pretty cool. Let me show you. Got a little bit of a tree here. Got some things on it. I don't know. It's very messy out here. Kind of feels like I'm playing like Outlast. It's pretty cool. It looks nice. I don't want to show you too much that way because that's out to the road and I don't want you to know where I live. My favorite thing is probably the rotating screen. It's really nice to be able to actually see yourself. But yeah, so this is the wide one. I'm kind of going to go back there and see how far I can zoom in. So let's do that. And I also want to move and record because it has image stabilization, but I don't know how good it is. And then the sun is beaming right now. Let's go down there. Now you can hear a vehicle go by. What to do? Let me know how different the audio is for that. Alright, let's go. So now, that's my backyard. So let's start zooming in. Bam. That's as far as it gets. Damn, it's so hard to control it so far away. And we're now back to normal. Now it's really fucking cold, so I'm gonna go inside, alright? So, there you go, that's the outside test. Look at me. Getting a nice down angle. I'm gonna do this quiet vlog and see how good the vibes sound when I'm quiet. This is my living room. It's a mess, so I'm not really gonna show you too much. But it's really nice in here. Because it's also very dark, so you can see how it auto sort of works. So we're gonna go, and there you go. That's probably all I'm gonna do today. It's really cool. I really like it. And I think it's really badass that you can do it now, go around and do crazy shit. It's so cool, and I'm so excited to be able to record a lot of videos for you guys, especially going 60 FPS on this. But yeah, so that is the unboxing of the Canon Legria R806 and one of these cheapish HDMI video captures. A cable, I guess. But yeah, I hope you liked the test. I hope the microphone worked out for you. Sorry if it was a little long and I went over a lot of things a lot of times. I'm trying my best with these unboxings. I'm not the greatest and I always get a lot of a backlash for not being more transparent, I guess, and explaining everything. But I'm just not that smart with it. I'm just a guy who buys stuff that I think is cool. But no matter what, guys, thank you so much for this video. If you like, remember to punch the like button. If you're new, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot. And I just love seeing you new people. But no matter what, I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.